hello, everybody. This is What's New, Imelda. It's my podcast interviewing people who have their own thoughts, own minds, and are very outspoken with our current events, our topics in the country, or whether outside the country, it doesn't matter. Basta, I love outspoken people. And now I'm here to welcome Althea.
So, hi, hello to those listeners from What's New, Imelda. I am Althea Parroco, and I am 19 years old and a young beauty queen.
Yes, I first saw you actually nung Mutya ng Palawan 2025. I was admiring you kasi you spoke up sa Q&A. How did you weren't you scared when you said what you said? Okay, for audience context, ano na nga yung question sa'yo and what did you answer?
so, well, I'm sure we're talking about the final Q&A,
Mhm, mhm.
and that really made an impact in
Very
my
much.
in my competition. So,
Mm-mm.
I'm surprised that the question was about the context of if such legislative matter, if we should focus on other legislative matter on the very impeachment of our current vice president. And
Mhm.
at that time it was a very controversial issue, and my
Mm.
answer was surprised a lot of people as well. That is
Mm.
why that is one of the reason why I'm
It surprised
invited.
me. Actually, I was screaming on the top of my lungs,
Yeah.
like, is this for real? A beauty queen, a young beauty queen has this much guts in front
Mm.
of a lot of people on live, Facebook Live. Kaya mong sabihin yung sinabi mo, which I admire kasi usually when we want to win in a pageant, pag gusto mo kasing manalo is you have to play it safe. You have to be wala kang kakampihan, wala kang papanigan. You're just
Yes,
safe.
you
Safe in
the
politics,
middle.
religion, safe, yeah, in the middle. And that is not a stand, right?
Mm.
Pero that's what usually wins in pageantry. Can you also tell me your answer? Because I cannot put your answer in this podcast right now. Because I don't know how.
So I can't give the very quoted answer I gave that night, but the context is that I stand on agreeing with that issue. And by agreeing, I mean that I am all
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
for
Yeah,
implementing
yeah.
that. And I could say that um, it really it really it really made people or most of the people admire me for that.
Admire you, yeah.
Yeah, but
But aside from admiring you, did anyone hate on your
um
answer?
yes, especially in the social media world, we cannot
Mm-hmm.
we do not control
Yeah.
how those people react. And by that I
Mm.
can say that it is very normal for them to have a split opinion about what I've said. But after all, and at the end of the day, it's my opinion, and it's my perception about that
You
issue.
could really see the contrast between your answer and the winner's answer actually. Yung answer mo, it was so direct to the point.
Mm.
Walang paligoy-ligoy. And whenever I answer, especially on
Mm.
stage in my own, as a beauty queen, on my own as a beauty queen,
Yes.
I always think about how it's going to be digested. I have to play it safe because it's just the way it is. You're
Yes,
working
in
for an
our
organization, but with your local pageant, you're not working with an organization. Wala kayong contract, right?
wala po.
So that means you're just free to say whatever you want. And nobody warned you na, bawal kayo magsalita ng ganyan, ganyan.
Yes.
Wala.
We didn't rehearse or anything.
Uh-huh. I see.
Yes.
So, do you have a strategy when you're competing from the very beginning to the end?
Well, when it comes to pageantry, I really don't have a strategy in starting.
Mm.
But as I explored my way into various competitions, I eventually found out that you have to have a strategy in order to win that main title or the position you want to get, the platform. And
Mm.
by that I can say that my strategy is focusing on what I lack and
Mm.
improving it ahead of the competition.
That means like 6 months prior, 3 months prior, 1 month prior.
Yeah.
Like how?
It refers to preparing ahead of time, like 3 months prior is what I've done with with my recent competition, because I am a student, still a student, and
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have much time to prepare and focus. But after all, I did what I can, and I still trained.
You trained. You have different pageant coaches.
Actually, no. I only have one mentor, but I did several sessions to improve my comm
Are
skills
you
when it
paying
comes
them?
um
I have to
I'm
know. Because I, like lately, parang lahat sila may price eh.
yes. But in my case I didn't pay them at all, but we shared a
Wow.
meal while doing the session, and I the only
Ano siya?
the
In
only thing I paid
person.
for, yes, is the meal we shared. That
Wala
when
naman
it
silang
comes
parang upfront sabihin na sa'yo, you have to pay me this much for this
mm,
much sessions, ganyan.
with the Q&A mentor I had, we didn't have a talk about about the payment, but um
Donation type.
yes, donation
Kung
type,
magkano lang.
because I have my personal handler
Mhm.
or trainer, and he's the one who got connection with that person. So um sa kanila silang dalawa na yung nag-interact
We
with.
were just talking eh. We were just talking about kanina while we were in the makeup chair, how makeup artists earn more than beauty pageant
Opo.
queens. Actually, they earn more in a way. Lagi silang may work. Tayo, we just have work during season, but we
Season.
train all our lives, right?
Mm.
Time passed me by. I didn't realize I was still in the pageant realm. Parang even when I'm resting, it's still on my mind. I'm still practicing. It doesn't end. And it's been 15 years after. Like, wait lang, 15 years ba yun? Kasi I started at 11 years old. You, how old did you start?
I started doing pageants at 15.
Mm-hmm.
15.
Are you
And
conservative? Bakit ang
um
late?
not not that conservative, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that into showing myself in the crowd, kasi po I'm mahiyain po at that time, and nung time na yun, it was a moment na napilit lang po talaga. So after that I eventually found out na kaya ko pala.
May
So
nag-scout sa'yo na
yes, I was
from the
scouted.
LGBTQIA
Oh,
community?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Because
Same with
our
me.
mm.
Hmm. So, aside from your preparation, which is the 3 months prior, what is your goal naman when you join a competition?
So pageants in this recent times,
Mm-mm.
we eventually think about pageants connected to fame.
Mm.
But in my case, I would rather have a big platform to speak my voice into. And winning is a reward. And in order to have a platform, you have to win. So my goal is always to win.
I see what you mean. Kasi when you win, like, may reach kasi yung org or
Yes.
depende. Like yung LGU. Kasi ngayon the LGU is tied to the org. And I don't know with the local pageant right now because I don't know the scene. Kung
What
ano
to do?
yung maibibigay nilang support after you win. Like, for example, Miss Universe gives a platform indeed. Like, you
Mm-mm.
do charity events, sila na yung magsischedule ng schedule mo, sila yung
Yes.
magsischedule saan ka magsasalita. What about dito sa local pageant? How do they schedule your work after you win?
Well, in modern times, it's very controversial to say that after winning, we beauty queens don't really have that much work. Parang our role ends the night we win.
Ouch, right?
Yes,
And it has been like that ever since, especially sa province.
yes, local pageants.
Mhm. Kasi like nowadays, even yung mga judge sa pageants, they're not getting people who train for pageants. They're getting a doctor, or I don't know who they're that has no relation with pageantry.
Pageant.
So in a way, you can't see the skill. You can't have a criteria for judging. We train every single day. Our feet has paltos, sugat, 'di ba? And we go to skincare. We do all these things. We train, and then
Extreme diets.
we're not given the job after winning. The price is enough, which in your local pageant, if I may, how much did you earn from winning?
Winning in provincial pageant po.
Mm-mm. What is the highest you've gotten?
Well, I've the highest I've gotten was 50,000 in cash.
Mm.
Yeah, but it
May
was
bawas? Or sakto mo nakuha?
saktong nakuha, but it was a process. Like it's not an
Staggered? Staggered
bigay po.
payment? Like,
Parang every month ganun.
every month, magkano?
Five, five.
Ouch. That hurts.
And until maubos.
Mm-hmm. While makeup artists, stylists are able to build their portfolio, working with the winner, posting it online, and then they can charge more for their next clients, like weddings. Tayo, we're like left in the dark, right? Oh my gosh. Something isn't right. And this is why I'm interviewing new beauty queens like you, so we could address some problems in the industry, no? And it's just for other queens like us, because we spend for our makeup too. Oh, no? And then we're expected to act a certain way in the public. And then we are not earning from that role, right? It's just, you're supposed to be this and that. Bahala ka na sa buhay mo. Anyway, let's just laugh it out. Like how they did for years. Okay, let's talk about you when you feel insecure during the pageant. Kasi
Mm,
you
pageant.
will see girls that are much more pretty, much more
Yes.
flawless, has more sponsors,
Mm.
has more backers, has more team. How do you handle,
The insecure
yeah, feeling
insecurity.
insecure, not feeling secure with your team, with your, capacity because of how taken care they're of?
Mm. Well, in that case po, insecurity, lahat tayo nakakaranas nun. And as a beauty queen, gas na yung insecurity na yan. Every competition, you will see girls who have much more than you have, or who are more able to do what you have to offer. But I always remind myself that not to compare. Comparing will destroy you in the competition.
Is that totoo? Do you
Yes.
read books?
Not much, but motivational books I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To enhance my what do you call that? Self-esteem. Like it really helps. The quotes, the self-love quotes, or the motivational.
Is that your mantra before you go to the stage? Yung pagsalang?
Um,
May
um
mantra ka ba? Like, yung, ano ba yun? Yung internalization mo before you go out.
well, for me, I didn't have a mantra, but I had this voice, like an echoing voice inside me whenever before I step onto the stage, or while walking up on the stage, that do you
Mhm.
do only you,
Mhm.
because when you do your thing, people will look at you, people will listen, because you're authentic.
Mhm.
People love authenticity more than anything.
I know, but there's so many beauty queens as well who preach authenticity, but they're not authentic. I see them still trying to please the public, and
Mm.
they don't have authentic styles, especially like online, so Instagram. Like, I look up to these international winners who say they're authentic or that's their advocacy, but they're not authentic at all. So, what's your message to them? Joke lang. Hindi, biro lang. What are the changes na lang that you want to see in a local pageant? And, for women to feel safe in the community of pageantry sa mga local pageants. Kasi, I think ang pinaka makaka-relate sa podcast na 'to, especially in this episode, is those girls na are still in the local pageant
Mm,
sa mga province. Kasi mahirap, maraming sumasali, walang alam, walang budget,
mm.
and hina-handle lang sila. And that's when things really gets traumatic most of the time. And I feel for you guys. Lahat tayo pagdadaanan 'yan. So, yeah, what are the changes you seek to see
Well,
sa local pageant?
sa local pageants, I seek to see more inclusivity when it comes to our physical, like yung skin color or yung body, because we tend to see beauty queens as someone who models herself to be perfect. Well, in fact, we don't have to be that way. And
Parang artista, gano'n?
yes, but hindi naman celebrity level. Kasi as beauty queens, we also do have our own purpose. And yeah, it's a good thing that
Our own reach.
mm, and it's a good thing then for the for our local pageants here that they need to be more open and accepting, especially including those
LGBTQ?
mm,
No.
no, but
Oh my God.
including those, well, we can,
Wait lang, parang undiscriminatory naman. Hindi naman
well,
yan dapat
not
natawa.
in that context. Kasi what I'll tend to say is that we need to be inclusive on those people or beauty queens who belong in the indigenous community as well.
Oo nga.
Kasi we have that queens na.
Oo, I see. Actually, yung mga kinky yung buhok, actually,
Yeah.
that's really beautiful, especially yung mga dark skin.
The representation.
Also, sana, no? Like, more pageants open their age limit and
Mm.
mothers, all types of women can join. It doesn't matter naman kasi kung anong age mo, anong occupation mo, if you're a mom or not, if you're a nurse, you're a doctor. What matters is, are you able to present yourself gracefully on stage? Do you take care of yourself? Do you work out? Do you train your mind? Do you read a book? It's like, what do you have to say for our society to move forward? Because there's so many eyes and ears that are listening, even for the wrong reasons. Pero at least you reach their ears, their minds, di ba? At least you can make a change, even if they're just there for the wrong reasons. Anyway, how do you feel about the treatment when you are in a competition from co-candidates, from local makeup artists, from your municipality, from the LGU? Is there anything you would like to address na sana hindi ma-experience ng ibang mga tao na sasali?
Like
I'm
experience
basically saying
from.
it's toxic. Joke lang. Hindi. Biro lang. Am I? Am I joking? I'm not sure. Because I've been in the pageant industry for the longest time and things change, diba? It's
Yes.
modernized now. But when you want to change your makeup, for example, yung eyelash mo is dito nilagay or
Mm.
yung lips mo dito nilagay, bawal burahin or else ang sasabihin attitude.
Mm.
Or may sinabi ka, "Puwede pong pahingi po ng tubig." Attitude na agad yon. Hindi ka puwedeng magreklamo kahit mamatay-matay ka na. Gano'n yung naranasan ko.
In your
I even
time.
experienced like legit sabotaging. To the point na nanakawin yung
Heels,
heels,
gowns,
gowns.
pupunitin.
Ang experience ko, lalagyan ng thumbtacks yung ilalim ng heels ko.
Hala.
Oo. So, kailangan ko laging i-check bago ako sumuot kasi masakit yun. Tatagos yun.
Mm.
Oo. Wag lang 'no. Anyway.
Well,
Yun.
in our batch or in our era, my co-candidates, we really get along well.
I hear that a lot from
Yeah.
you modern queens, no? Is that for real?
Yes, it's for real FR. Yeah,
Really?
kasi
Sana
we tend
all.
to explore outside of the competition rather than just competing as enemies, that
Mm-mm.
enemies on stage, but backstage we're friends. And
Hmm.
in terms of our makeup, the local makeup artists here, especially in Puerto Princesa, they're really nice and caring. So if you're not that comfortable in your look, you can just say that you can just say and be act nice. Syempre,
Sinong
you're
team yan?
do I have to mention or well,
Good
I
naman yung sinabi mo eh.
yes.
So, hindi naman sila magagalit.
Yeah, especially in our hair and makeup team at the reason Matyanong Palawan. Well, those the makeup artists are very well accommodating. If we don't feel comfortable with our lipstick, they'll change it in our preference.
Talaga? Walang hard
Yes.
feelings?
Yes.
Wow, that's
Because
amazing.
actually before even putting the lipstick, they'll ask, "Nak, okay lang ba to?"
Oh, that's sweet. You have
Mm.
the best team then. So, next question. Will you join again? Where do you like to head forward in your pageantry career?
Well, syempre po as a beauty queen, we don't really back out from the pageantry. Well, for as long as I can, I'm sure I will stand and compete on every pageant. I will have a goal to win. But for the next pageant, I really plan to join on more local pageants here in Puerto Princesa before going nationals or if I ever had a chance to go
Pero
national.
you've already tapped Mutya ng Palawan, right? Have you
Yes.
tried Miss Puerto?
Actually, back in 2023,
Mm-hmm.
I took the screening for Miss Puerto Princesa,
Mm-hmm.
but I was really so young and
Nag-back ka?
not fit. No, I wasn't accepted because of my
Ilang taon ka
age.
nun? Because you're
Um
19,
Under
right?
18.
Mhm.
Yeah. 16 going on 17.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, I think it's the woman who handles that pageant kasi. Wait lang. Talagang nag-ano na yung ano ko. Ano pa ba pwede kong tanong? Grabe, ang serious and you're really good at answering the questions. I'm really surprised that someone as young as you can handle herself in front of the camera and kahit na, we just met.
Mm.
I was just really admiring you from afar. Um,
Well, me too.
Aw,
Exactly.
thank you. Usually, it's not good comments that I get from other people, but I know I influence them. Pero, as long as it's not popular yet to um admire someone, nobody will.
Mm.
So, it's just the way it is. The time have you, naalala mo si Britney Spears? Do you know Britney
Yeah.
Spears? Nung nagkaroon siya ng issue, she was so good in the pop scene and then suddenly she was thrown down kasi she was just reigning too long.
Mm.
It's like people like to lift you up and then pull you down and attack you when you're down. It's just the way it is when you're a public figure. And you did mention that you never experienced that after winning.
Well, I've never got affected by it. So it didn't really have much impact in me or my career as a beauty queen.
How about mental health? What do you experience mentally after a
Mentally,
pageant? How do you recover from all the mental stress and
yeah.
pressure?
So yung mental stress after the competition, it's really hard to process, especially if you win or if you get judged online or I handled it by first I do go home back in my hometown so that I can do a little unwind time with my family and then just get on with my life. Remind myself that I'm still a student, I'm still establishing myself, I have a long way ahead of me. There's still opportunities out there.
This is so crazy. She's so smart. She's so smart for her age. I didn't think that way when I was 19. I felt so lost. I didn't know what I was doing until now I'm able to
No.
decipher. Grabe. I hands down.
It really helps that you're the eldest.
My gosh. Jesus Christ. Hells to the yes. Do you feel any pressure not to act a certain way when you're a beauty queen?
um, Not that I can remember or imagine, but every time you're reminded to be kind or you're required to be graceful that certain
But
way.
how about yung mga thoughts mo, like your own thoughts, your own humor? Sometimes do you
Uh,
stop yourself
Actually, with my personal life or my socialization with friends, not really. But if
in public?
yeah, in public, if I wear my crown, my sash, or if I represent myself with the title I carry, I do be careful.
This girl is just so smart. It's like I'm learning so much from you just by interviewing you, and I'm so inspired. Like, I really appreciate you. So, yeah, I think we have to wrap it up
Yes.
because I'm losing my voice for some weird reason, and the team has been pressuring us to stop. Joke lang. I'm just kidding. No, it's my voice. I'm losing my voice, you guys. Maybe it's a sign that I should stop this interview or else. Anyway, um can you give us a message or give local pageant queens a message before we end this podcast on how to keep going when things are just not adding up? Things are just parang wala ng pag-asa.
Mm.
Pero parang feeling nila pageantry is a way to find hope. Because that's how I find pageantry. It's my way of keep going, my way
Mm.
of, to keep going. So, yeah, if you have any message.
My only message for those local beauty queens doing pageants, in the pageant industry, the only way that will keep you going is yourself. Because yourself will help you all throughout your journey, whatever or whatever it is you're going to deal with. So I can say that in order for us to be as a successful beauty queen, establish yourself first so that the audience that will get to see or know you, you're not perfect but beyond what they can imagine as good. After all, beauty queens are public figures and we still influence people.
Thank you for that lovely, lovely message. And just know you don't just inspire local pageant queens. I'm sure some national title holders will still watch and some influencing people. Ano ba? I feel so pressured because I don't have a voice. And parang, wow, she's just so amazing. It's such an honor to have interviewed you. I never thought in my life I would interview you because sabi ko, wow, the pageantry has gone so far. Having you as the queen, to me, you are my queen. And I'm glad to say this in person. So yeah, guys, she's my pick. So wala na, tapos na yung pageant eh. Wala namang online voting, so wala na. It just happened na ganon, and I'm hoping to see you in the next pageant. I hope you join Miss Puerto and finally join the nationals. If ever, nationals for you, what is your top three pick? Last question.
Top three pick
From
competition.
your goal na pinaka the best goal for you. For example, Miss Universe, your top one. And then second is ganyan, ganyan.
Well, my top one national pageant is really Miss Earth Philippines.
Bagay ka lang.
Then my second one is um Binibining Pilipinas. The last one is Miss Universe because I don't see myself as fitting for Miss U.
What do you mean?
Because it's such a diverse pageant, like multinational. We never really got to have a queen with pure nationality as Filipino.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And
Parang, it is diverse,
it's
actually.
very wide range of competitiveness.
And yes, the first one you mentioned is Miss Earth. You just have to be very ready financially because it's an NGO competition. So
NGO.
you have to really have your own funding. You really have to secure your backing and sponsor. But in my case, wala akong naging ganun. It's just
Mm.
because I'm a mom now, parang iniisip ko yung mga bagay na yan. But, you know, if I was single as you are, oo, kayang-kaya ko yun. Pero yes, good luck to your future endeavors and you have the right picks. So I want to see you in Binibining Pilipinas most definitely next year. Agad. Oo
Oh my gosh
naman.
naman.
Rachel Gupta, I think, was 19 or 20 when she won Miss Grand International. So anyways, you guys, thank you for watching What's New, Imelda. This is Althea. And I'm Imelda. See you next episode. Okay. Phew! Ilang minutes tayo? Oh, di ba?